Welcome back to another Blueprints glitch speedrun. This is probably world record at the moment I'm recording this, but it is probably not world record by the time you're watching this. That is how fast the run has been moving and how fast strats have been discovered. Just off the bat, I just want to warn you that there's going to be a lot of flashing lights here. Opening up the blueprints over and over again is one of the core tricks of the run, and it really flashes the screen, so beware of that. I'm not going to be able to cover every lineup while in the middle of the run, so I'm just going to try to circle back and do that at the end of the run. Here, the only thing we do in bounds is grab the blueprints, and then we're immediately walking over to these stairs to do the out of bounds trick. As soon as you hit the second stair down, basically as soon as you notice your height dropping, press space, it'll do a little mini zero height jump, and then you immediately start spamming blueprints in order to hover in the air over to the railing. Here we're just using the blueprints again to hover over to the left side of the entrance hall, and then we draft a room from the exterior of the door, making sure we're technically standing in the next tile over, and that'll make it actually skip a whole tile over there to go to the corner. The lineup here we'll have to talk about later, but we're basically trying to drop to a specific spot in order to spawn the tunnel down there, and then coming back to the corner in order to get onto this grass path. We're going to take this grass path all the way down, and then the goal is going to be landing on the top of that tunnel. The tunnel doesn't actually have collision on the top, but it does have an invisible wall that we can run along. That's basically the railing that's supposed to keep you in bounds. At the end of this tunnel, we're going to be dropping off onto the outside of the sanctum, and then hitting the antechamber lever at the exact same time that I'm opening up my directory. And that actually makes us able to move during the cutscene. And what I did there was I just walked in the direction of room 46 and did a single blueprints hover just to be safe, and I hit the door while the cutscene was still happening. And the run is already over because we triggered the ending cutscene in the middle of the other cutscene, and then I edited out the end cutscene. So, now that all that's out of the way, let's actually talk about some lineups. Right here at the start of the run, after we first went out of bounds, I was aiming right at that corner of the entrance hall that's sticking out underneath the ground. And I'm literally aiming at that black corner that's sticking out. And this is an exact spot to aim for so you don't accidentally walk in bounds again. What can actually happen is that if you aim too far inwards, you'll actually just walk right back into the entrance hall. Next, I wanted to talk about how we spawned that tunnel down there. After walking to the corner of the entrance hall, I'm just spamming blueprints, and I'm trying to hover down to this exact horizontal line. And you can actually see it underneath you if you hit this line. There's going to be this little plane here that you can walk on. And as soon as you spawn that tunnel, that's when you circle back to the corner. Next up is line up for landing on the tunnel. As soon as we pass this corner here, I'm going to be looking up at the top of the mountain. And as soon as I hit the shadow, I'm going to look to the right at these trees. And I'm just trying to line up with those to make sure I land on the invisible wall that's down there. And this one isn't as fully worked out, so let me know if you have a better lineup. Here for the antechamber lever, I'm just going to try to look at this tree off in the distance that I've circled. And this should give me the exact lineup to walk directly to the 46 door. And I'm just completely blind and spamming left mouse button while walking towards it. It's not very much time that you have before the cutscene cuts in, so try to look fast. Alright, hopefully that covered all the little details of this run. It's very fast evolving, so it's entirely possible that the strats are completely new with a new day. But hopefully this helped you learn the route, or just explained some of the cool bits of the route if you're not running it yourself. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, and I'd appreciate it if you left me a like or a comment or a subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Thanks.